Okay, so here we are dealing with edible insects for food and feed. In particular, we are dealing with crickets. So you find that for the longest time, we've been using the traditional sources of protein, things like beef and chicken and fish. But you find that as the population grows, our land is not getting any bigger. So we need to look for sustainable ways, non-traditional ways of obtaining this protein. So we have gone the edible insects way. We are domesticating these crickets back at Jomo Kenyatta University. And what we do is we harvest them, we dry them, then we grind them into a flour, what we call the cricket meal. Then we use this cricket meal to prepare this food products. So you find that in our country, Kenya, the culture of eating edible insects is just in some parts like the Western and the Nyanza.
Ugandans also eat insects.
Yeah, Ugandans eat insects, but in Kenya you find in those two regions. So we are also advocating for consumer acceptance. So for those people who will not be able to eat the cricket as it is, they can be able to use that.
Or you find it in a cake?
Yes, so better still, now you're going to find it in this cake. So that way you'll be able to be consuming much more proteins. They're also very rich in zinc and vitamin B12. Yes. Yes, they're very rich in zinc and vitamin B12. So at the end of the day, someone might ask me, why should I eat your cricket cake and not the normal muffin? So I'll tell you about the additional health benefits. More proteins, more zinc, more vitamin B12.
How much would this cricket meal be?
How much will it cost me? It would cost you around 70 shillings.
70. And how would I use cricket meal in my house?
In your house, you can use it to make porridge. You use it
I add
together.
it to the porridge?
Yes, add it to the porridge. You can add it to your pancakes. You can add it to even gravy. It can also be used even in the gravies to thicken and to give it a nice taste.
I hear you. The most unique thing is about domesticating crickets. How do you go about that?
We started by picking. We started by taking the wild ones. Then we'd go look for male, female. At times it's very hard because you can get 3 males and no female at all. So we collected until we got now that number, a few males and a few female. Then we put them up in we created pens for them. And then from there, we gave them a conducive environment. We mimicked their natural environment. You see, they are used to burrowing. So we created them for them a pen such that they have the dark areas to burrow. And we also give them a wet or moist environment where they can lay their eggs. So they eat the normal things, the normal kitchen waste.
So I've reared my crickets out there, and then harvesting comes. How do you trap them out of your own pen?
It's very easy because what happens is these pens, we have the egg trays, the normal egg trays. So you just pick the egg trays and start putting them in the bucket. You don't go running up and down for them. So if you had
you place a tray.
We place the trays
inside the pen.
Inside the pen. The normal egg trays, the ones that are made of paper, so they are able to burrow inside. So in case I want to harvest, I'll just pick those and just put them in a bucket.
Exactly, then you harvest that way.
Yeah, and then I have them.
That's great, Okay. Talk of the breeding process. If I started in January, I look after these crickets. By June,
actually, they take less time than that. They take 3 months.
3 months you have crickets to fry around.
No, what happens is by the time it reaches the 3rd month, they start laying eggs. So within every 3 months, depending on which you have mature ones. Every 3 months you have mature ones.
And are you helping people do domesticate crickets?
Yes, actually we've been dealing with communities, although it's a program that we are setting up. Because you see, these crickets can be reared in any environment. They require very small space. So we've been trying to collaborate with the farmers and the local people to to be able to rear, and then we will buy these crickets from them. So when you buy these crickets from them, we'll be able to now either sell them to the people who manufacture feed or process them for food. Yes, so it's two ways. You can either use them as feed, like now you can see this is feed. Or
this is cricket.
Yeah, it's this is layers mash for the chicken.
That has a blend of cricket stuff.
So mostly for feed, people use omena. So people use omena, and omena is getting depleted over a period of time because there is the overfishing, there's water hyacinth, and also the quality is not as good because the way they process, they can give you a kilo of omena that is maybe halfway or quarter with sand because of how they dry it. But you see now the crickets, the way they are harvested, you get value for your money. If it's a kilo of cricket, you get a kilo of cricket. There's nothing else mixed with it. So plus also the protein levels, you find this is around 65, 67. And the other one is, omena is around 38 to 40. So better proteins.
That's good.
These seeds, these are pumpkin seeds that have been dried from the butternut. They can be used as a snack. So nothing goes to waste. You use the seeds and the peel. You dry the peel. You find that the peels have a lot of minerals. Most of the minerals are found in the peels. So you can do this, and then now you grind it into a flour.
So this flies from the peel?
From the peel.
Of butternut?
Yes, from the peel, from the butternut peel into a flour. Now this flour, you can be able to put it in your different foods, in your porridge, in your pancake, in your chapati, in your gravy. It will give you more minerals. So at the end of the day, you find that, you know, when you talk about food security, it's multifaceted. You can talk about the nutrient, you can talk about the physical availability. So now here we are dealing with the utilization of the underutilized parts and also nutritional aspect of it. Yeah, so the same, these are cactus seeds.
Cactus seeds.
Yes, so they can also be used as a snack. Watermelon seeds.
You roast them? Or
yeah, you roast them. You can roast them, you can roast them in honey.
And this is what? Butternut seed, you said?
Yeah, these are watermelon seeds.
Watermelon seeds.
And then these are honey roasted papaya seeds.
So they're bitter things, is that?
Yes, you see they're honey roasted, so they are good. Actually, once you eat this, you don't need to deworm your kids.
Yeah, because for us, we swallow them directly, even if you have to chew them for deworming.
Yes.
So for you, you're saying we can chew them?
Yes, they become, you see, that's all about innovations. That's how you come up with solutions to problems.
And then put them in honey.
Yes, we roast them and then we honey glaze them. Actually, we honey roast. We roast them when they are still in honey already. So that way the honey will be able to be absorbed and to get that nice taste.
You dry them first or do you?
No, when we are doing that, the honey glazing, that's when they dry because we honey glaze in the oven.
Alright.
Yeah.
Okay. Wow. These nice drinks here.
These now from the different fruits we have different wines. We have the cactus white wine, we have the cactus red wine, we have the watermelon and the papaya wine. Yes, so
and these are colorless.
Yes, these are white wines and then these are red wine. Yeah, so these are the different concentrates, different fruits. This is the cactus. It's a concentrate, meaning that you have to dilute it for you to consume it. But you find out this one is the juice. You don't need to dilute it, you just take it direct.
And the red is a natural color? Or?
Yes, it is a natural color. There are no additives.
Where does the cactus get the red?
The cactus is red. The fruit is red.
Ah, so it's the cactus fruit.
Yeah, the fruit, yeah. The cactus fruit is red.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's actually this color there. It's like a deep red, deep purple color.
Do you have a picture of a cactus? Trying to figure out which cactus is this.
You've seen the ones that grow in the desert?
Yes.
Yes, the fruit.
When
I
they
thought
flower.
it was poison. I've
No.
never touched it.
Oh,
Yes.
the red
It
fruits?
grows, yeah, it grows
Yeah,
where I come from.
oh, you should eat. The next time you find a cactus, make sure you eat. Yeah, you see, before we do this, we do all that analysis. So yes, everything. So the analysis has been carried out, and they're safe for consumption. Yeah, and they're very rich in vitamin C. Yeah.
So after the research, you come up like that, food product, you should take it as a developed standard for market, so that you can go to the market. So those are the things that you can give to the market anywhere in the world. We are also ISO certified. So you have the sauces and sugar. You have pieces from carrot. This one is from beetroot.
So your juices are called Forte. Your juices are branded Forte.
Yeah.
And I can come and buy crates of Forte.
Yeah. This Forte means food technology center.
So I can come and buy crates of this to sell. Alright. So students who are interested in business, it's good to do business with JKUAT. These guys are producing juice, and we are sure other students will be making money off it.
Then here we have the mango. We have the yogurt.
Where are the mangoes grown that you're using?
We normally get them, like now, this is the season of mango. So, we buy a lot of them, except the juice, and preserve that juice, so that we can be able to get our customers throughout the year.
Okay. So in a season like this one, you can buy how many lorries?
You can buy like 3-4 tons of mangoes. Then you have
enough juice.
So that, when you are making a little bit drink for yourself, with 1 liter you make another like 3 liters. So you want to use a lot of juice.
Who are your primary consumers for this product? Who are your primary consumers for this product?
Mostly the institution itself.
So you already have enough marketing talent.
So every time that I'm taking water, I make sure my water has chia seeds, and more so before my meals. Remember I said that chia seeds are very good for digestive system. So if you take them before any meal, your food will not overstay in the stomach, which is the storage bag. Immediately they will be digested. So issues to do with like flatulence, indigestion, constipation will be well taken care of. And those are the common ailments that we have when it comes to the GIT. Yeah. And I know you've been hearing about them because of weight. They're able to control cholesterol. And remember I said more about digestion. When there is maldigestion, the food is now converted to other extra things apart from what they're supposed to. And actually that's what we see first.
Then once you clear this water, you will pour them. Or you can add more water.
You keep on taking. As you see, zinaenda pamoja.
How do you measure the quantity to put in?
Half liter, like this one, you put half teaspoon. So that 1 liter is you keep on topping up. So per day, make sure you make like a full tablespoon of seeds.
I will produce this product.
Mimi najua kenye zitatoa hiyo digestion. Kama ni ile severe, we have what we call a whole body cleanser. So now this is like a laxative. Will you be patient? My name is Anne. I'm from Institute of Biotechnology Research, Jomo Kenyatta University. So I'm doing research on natural products, and the most one that I'm concentrating on is what we call Moringa aurifera, and this is it. So Moringa aurifera, we've done analysis and we've seen that it's got high levels of vitamins that our bodies require to maintain good health and also prevent the diseases. We've also analyzed and noticed that it has got high levels of magnesium, calcium and phosphorus. For calcium, we've done analysis and done comparison with other sources of calcium like milk. And our Moringa, the leaf, has 7 times the calcium that is present in milk. So this is a product that we can advocate for patients suffering from joint diseases. For instance, the osteoporosis, where we say it's low calcium deposit in the joints or in the bones. We've also done it and we've noticed that it's very good for diabetic patients because it helps in the regeneration of the pancreas, enhancing the production of sufficient insulin. So that's why we are using it in diabetic patients. It can also be used as a source of oxidants. Those are substances that helps in elimination of toxic materials from the body. So it's good also for body cleansing, and it's got other benefits. Apart from that, I have what we call the hibiscus. We call it the hibiscus tea. This is a very good source of iron, which helps in cases of like leukemia and anemia. This can also be used in weight management because it reduces the appetite. If you take it 30 minutes before your meals, it's able to aid in digestion and prevent the formation of gas or what you call flatulence in the GIT. What else do I have? I have what you call the chia seed. This is the current research that we are doing on. This is a variety of seeds like the Sim variety. They are very rich in omega-6 and omega-3. Omega-3 is very much important for our brain development, and it's also good for our bones because it helps in the formation of what we call the cartilages and the ligaments of the bones.
Taifa is a locally made, locally assembled. We are doing it at Jomo Kenyatta NITP Center. NITP. Yes, JKUAT This is our first laptop that we assembled. It's for students and any other person can use it. Then this is our second laptop. This is for the school project for the government of Kenya. We are distributing it to all schools in Kenya. The laptop has LCD content in it. Kenya Institute of Curriculum Development.
The recent one or the
recent one? Yes. The former one was Kenya Institute KIE. Now, this laptop has a slot, a SIM card slot. You can have your internet anywhere you want to access your internet. Then it is rugged, making it very grip. Because we know that the children who are going to use it, they are very careless. It is spill-proof, but don't immerse it in water. Then this is the server. It acts as a server.
So you position the server in the school?
In the classroom, it supports 50 of these. When the server, it has, you can also customize your content, then you click on it, so you can access it from the server. Then it also acts as an access point for the school, for the classroom. Then this laptop, it also interacts. The content interacts with the book. And when you're using this laptop, there is a software called Classroom Management Software in the teacher's laptop. That makes the teacher to have the control, 100% control of the students. You can't go to any site without the teacher noticing.
Okay, and this is largely for primary school and secondary school?
This one is for lower primary. Yes. and we are doing a project in private schools. So, no, also for lower classes.
So it costs 41,500. This is the laptop.
The laptop.
And then
This for government, we don't have a price for it because it was in the tender and we are not allowed to quote the price to the public.
so it is supposed that one is only going to the government school.
It's only going to the government school.
You've not yet started a project for, you said you're doing something for the private schools.
Yes, by the end of this month, we'll have the project. We'll have the laptops for private school.
The tablets.
The tablets.
Alright, is the brand
Taifa is the brand.
for laptops
190.
designed by Jomo Kenyatta.
Yes.
And J-Star would be?
Just to charge for that. That is why they enjoy it.
In a short recap, the idea of coming up with this innovation is the problem that I've realized what is happening in the country. People destroying the remaining forest cover. We are already short of what is supposed to be a standard. Kenya is supposed to have about 10%. We are lamenting in 3.7%. Now, and you can see the kind of destruction. These are actually photos captured in a narrow area where a lot of charcoal burning is going on. Now, the idea here to come up with the technology is to see what is the alternative of providing the heating source of energy other than now cutting down the trees. There exists a lot of agro waste. After we process our agricultural produce, be it maize, be it rice, be it macadamia, be it wheat, anything, it has some remnants. And the part of the remnant is actually the rice husk. The rice husk in status now, nobody would accept it to put in a kitchen area. More so, the calorific value, because of the nature it is in, is very low. We'll be adding all the time. But this is the same thing to do with the sawdust. When you process our timber, furniture,
That's right.
the way that waste is usable or becomes a candidate as a raw material for making the briquette.
So briquettes for fuel purposes.
Yes, for fuel purposes. And the biggest consumer of this is supposed to be our KTDA. KTDA is a big consumer of wood fuel.
Yes, in terms of
For firing their boilers to cure the tea. Yes? Now, that one are actually one of the people who actually cause that depletion of the forest cover. I'm not accusing them, but that's the reality. Now, to come that one to happen, to convert that loose material, as the explanation here is, what is a briquette? Is a
block of compressed
combustible energy carrier suitable for heating. Okay? Made from any loose biomaterial. Because I will require this material in certain size, either in diameter or length. It should not exceed 5 millimeters.
to be able to put it in.
Yeah, to be put in this machine, so that it will be compressed and form a wood like this one.
Oh, wait, this is real firewood, eh?
Yeah. Now, in this format, from the explanation, is an energy carrier. It's an energy compression that has been put in a small volume. Check.
If it's a jiko, I would then cut this.
Yes, you break them into small pieces. That one we are just showing the formation of the wood. After you form the wood, you can now decide to make it charcoal. charcoal.
Okay.
Coal is that black carbon material, but it has to be charred
To turn black.
through a heating chamber at a controlled
Carbonize.
oxygen to carbonize. You have said it right? After you form that one, you can now break, or you can even, I can make another machine which can slice into small slices so that you can feed to your jikos.
It's beautiful. And
Now, somebody is asking me, okay, I just explained in a different way. The volume, the big volume to make this small volume, you need 5 volumes of this to make this one. You need 5 volumes of that material to make what? In other words, let's say the 5 of us here, if compressed through the machine, will make one man, one person. And hence the density is that
weight, yeah.
Yes.
Wow. It burns longer.
It burns longer, it burns sweetly. When I mean sweetly, it will give you some blue flame.
You don't mix anything.
Nothing. In fact, somebody is asking me whether you add water. That's an enemy in the formation of this wood. We eliminate the water or the moisture in the material to a level of 10% in aggregate. It is between 8 to 12, thereabout, but 10 is the aggregate. Right? Because as you can see that we have some heating element there.
This turns black.
No, the black is because of heat by the sides. But if the heat was not there, there could be a very big friction which would actually stall the machine. Let me give an analogy of a lady in the kitchen cooking chapati. Why do they have to preheat the pan? Did you know? You know the technology. Preheating the pan, it raises the temperature so that as now the material for making chapati comes on, does not stuck in the pan. So it's to the die here. That's why the heat should be there.
All right.
Yeah.
And
this being a biomaterial, and the other one is biomaterial, it would behave the same.
So we pour the material in here.
You pour the material here. It is propelled. The energy comes from the water here through a system, a gearing system, all the way now to give that ability. We call it in engineering the torque. All right, that huge muscles to do the compression. Then there's a screw that will push the material now to the forming die, and it comes through this path. This is actually the exit. It can form a long log, even many kilometers, if you don't break it, or it's not broken by virtue of the weight.
This kind of density.
Yes.
Can even be a weapon in the household.
No, you don't want to use it that way, because even your kitchen knife or even the spoon, it's a weapon.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a senior technologist. I'm very proud of myself, of what I'm doing. Now, the gospel we are preaching here is that we avoid the destruction of the forest to gain good forest cover. Hence, we bring back the environment that is conducive to having us rain in the due time.
That's right.
We grow more of the food stuff that actually we need. Right now, you are saying that the drought, there is some people starving. It's because even the areas where you can grow, you are not growing enough because of lack of rain. Are you seeing that? Then if you give me more, you'll be growing your whatever, food material. But the residue is the one, the more the food, the more the residue is. Then the better I make money.
It's sustainable.
Yes.
It's a cycle.
It's a cycle.
Thanks a lot.
Welcome.